Welcome back to 2.5 Gamers. This is Crispy, and I'll have your review for UFC Undisputed 3.
Oh my God, please help me waist deep in the river. Can you hear my plea? He says, son, you come like a beggar in the streets. You might make it, boy, but by the skin of your teeth. Might make it, boy, but by the skin of your teeth. Said, I rebel with the worst of them. Fell in love with the Harlequin. Saw the darkest hearts of men. And I saw myself staring back again.
Very unusual 2.5 Gamer format, and its gameplay, graphics, and story, and overall. Let's get started with gameplay, which I think is the most important thing in the game. And when it comes to gameplay, UFC Undisputed 3 took off 2 years in vacation to revamp the gameplay style, and I gotta say, this game is really well when it comes to gameplay mechanics. The controls are fluid, the punches, the kicks, everything that you can think of, knockouts, they're really good. I mean, the one thing that I really had a complaint on UFC Undisputed 2 was everything felt really sluggish, like in the first one. Not only that, but it was really easy to get knocked out in that game. Really, really easy, and you couldn't brawl it out. You couldn't do anything, and they really revamped it with this. Not only that, but with the addition of Pride mode in this game. It's really, really cool. You get head stomps, soccer kicks, knee to the head, on the ground, everything you can think of in Pride. And it looks perfect, it sounds perfect. The sound quality in this game is just superb. The one thing that shines in this game has to be the career mode. Yeah, there's champion mode, there's tournament mode and all that, but the one thing that shines in this game has to be career mode. Career mode is very robust with gameplay. I swear to you that the other night I stayed up about 5 hours and didn't scratch the surface of the game. It's a good at least 20-30 hours of full gameplay, unlike the previous ones, which was about only 5 or 6 hours of gameplay. But this game is pretty awesome. It's a great way in career mode and create a fighter, if you want to say it like that. And but you'll have a lot of fun playing with your friends. I know I do. And that's about it with game. Like I said in the previous gameplay, the previous one, they took off 3 years or 2 years, if I'm not mistaken, 3 or 2 years. I'm not sure, but it was a well-made move and a well-made decision by THQ and Ukes to take off 2 to 3 years because, man, they put a lot of effort into this game. The character models look really well made. Josh Koscheck no longer looks like a rape freaking child molester. He still does look like, who am I kidding? It's Josh Koscheck. But the game is awesome, and when it comes to graphics, the blood mechanics are awesome. The cuts, wow, the cuts look great, and it's very fluid with the frames and things. There's a few hiccups here and there where, in career mode, where the frames slow down, or there's a hiccup in the game where you get stuck on the floor in the corner. But other than that, it rarely happens. But it's pretty awesome. The only gripe I really have about this game is they missed a lot of key fighters, and I understand it's really hard to do character models and to get them all perfectly, like in Gran Turismo, where it took them about 3 months to make one car, to make one specific brand of car. And I can understand it would be much harder for a human being, movements and everything. But they forgot fighters like Roy McIlroy, Jake Ellenberger, just to name a few. They added Mike Swick, but they did not add Jake Ellenberger. Who else am I missing here? There's got to be another one. There's at least a handful of fighters that they missed, and have a lot of fighters that aren't even in the UFC anymore, but they forgot a lot of key young fighters, and I can understand there was probably Those fighters probably started shining at the end of their development, but hopefully there's some DLC to be included with this game for those missing fighters. On the other hand, they did include some DLC fighters like Mayhem Miller, Nick Diaz, and All-Star over him. And with that, I hope that's promise for the roster that they'll add more fighters to the game. Well, story, when it comes to this game, well, there really isn't any story. Of course, with a fighting game, there's no story. Maybe you can say career mode, but there really is no story in this game. So so you can't really sum up the story. So with that, I'll just leave this score blank. Now for the overall score on all the mechanics. Gameplay, I give it a solid 9.1. Graphics, I gave it an 8.9. And story, well, I can't really give anything on story, so I'm gonna leave that blank. But with that said, before I give you the overall score, this is my early pick for Sports Game of the Year. It's that good in my opinion, but the overall score in this game has to be a 9 out of 10. So pick it up. I recommend it to you. In my opinion, it's not a rental, it's a buy. And this has been Crispy, and this 2.5 Gamers. Tune in for our PS Vita unboxing and review at around 12:30, 1:30 a.m. tomorrow. Alright, later guys.